Hi again, and this is a video number 4 from the series about happiness and it being a choice. In the previous one, I spoke about happiness pie and happiness formula, and a natural question that comes out of that is why aren't we happy then? If it is so easy, if there is a formula on how to be happy, why? And there are reasons to that have been studied and researchers found them. So I'm going to share them with you. First, I will just name them and then I'll go deeper into those. Number one reason is that our intuitions are wrong. Number two is we don't think in absolute terms. Number three is hedonic adaptation. And number four is we don't realize that hedonic adaptation is real. So speaking about intuitions, I'm going to give you a problem here and ask you to not use pen and paper and try to answer the question, solve the problem, and see if you get it right. A bat and a ball cost $1.1. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? You got it? The answer is 5 cents. And here is the math. A lot of people answer that the ball costs 10 cents simply because their intuition throws them into that. But also speaking about intuitions and happiness, our intuition or our expectations of how happy we will be if we reach a certain goal, get the job, or start dating that person that we like, or buy that car, our intuition about how happy and for how long we will be happy are usually wrong. And there were studies where the participants were asked to rate their expectations on how happy they will feel when they reach one of the goals that they set for themselves. And the assessment was made after they reached that goal, and they usually didn't match. They overestimated how happy and for how long they will be happy. So our intuitions are wrong. Keep that in mind. We don't think in absolute terms. Look at this picture. The gray and orange balls in here, right? So which orange ball is bigger, to the right or to the left? The one to the right seems to be bigger because, in fact, they are the same size. It's just in the relation to the gray balls, the orange ball to the left seems smaller. So our brain perceives information in relation to reference points. Similar in our lives, like they say, the grass is always greener on the other side. Reference points are real, and unfortunately, it's a feature of our brain. There is also such a thing called as silver medalist syndrome, kind of, when the silver medalist is not as happy, is less happy than the bronze medalist. Why is that? Because of the reference point, because the silver medalist references to the gold medalist saying, oh, I could have gotten gold. And the bronze medalist is thinking, oh, wow, I almost didn't even make it to the pedestal, to the top 3, right? So reference points are real. Our brain thinks that way, and knowing that will help. The hedonic adaptation. You probably heard about it a lot, but let's refresh. Hedonic adaptation is a process of becoming accustomed to a positive or negative stimulus so that the emotional effects of that stimulus are weakened over time. This has developed as a natural response of our psyche to stimulus from outside. It helps us when there is a negative stimulus from outside so that we can adapt and not suffer as much. But it also works with the positive stimulus, unfortunately. Therefore, when we get a new car, for example, we get used to it over time, and it does not excite us as much as it used to due to hedonic adaptation. There is this study that couples that marry, they experience their peak when they marry, the peak of their relationship and their feelings. And then after 2 years, um, it goes down to their basic levels of happiness due to hedonic adaptation. And if you want to keep up the positive emotional affect in your relationships, you could be doing certain things that will contribute to that well-being of a couple. And we don't realize the hedonic adaptation is real, and we end up being in a vicious cycle of desiring something, then getting that thing, then getting used to it, and then being unhappy again and starting to desire something else and go in circles simply because we don't realize, we don't know about this. But now that you're equipped with this knowledge, next we will talk about how to what to do with this knowledge. Stay tuned for more. Bye.